everybody, and welcome back. Sammy here at Sammy J Stitches, and it is a new day. It is Sunday, December 27th, and this is a YouTube channel about cross stitch. I haven't been here in a few days. And so I'm playing catch up, and I'm not really good at that, so we will do the best we can, and hopefully I don't know that I can get back into a rhythm of like the daily stuff till the end of the year, but we have a lot coming up that I need to do. I need to do a whip parade. I need to do a finish parade. I need to do my planner thing. So you're going to be seeing videos from me over the next few days. But they're probably not just going to be, hey, here's what I stitched on last night. So that's just where I'm at. A lot of not stitching happened in the last several days because I just, enjoyed time with family and didn't stitch. So that's life. We had a great Christmas. The kids really enjoyed themselves. I did work Christmas night, and I did some stitching. That's what I'll have to show you. But my focus wasn't really there. Like my oomph. I was tired from the day, and it was what it was. So that's why I didn't record. Yesterday we played games all day. I don't know if you've ever heard of the game called Claim to Fame. It's an older game, and my in-laws absolutely love it. But it's because they know a lot of these people. It's like Marlon Brando and Clint Eastwood and a bunch of other names I've never heard of in my life. But so there's two names per card, and you have to decide which one you think your partner can guess the stuff on the back for. And then there's 5 prompts on the back that you can typically you could talk or act out unless you land on certain spots on the board where you can only do charades or only draw or stuff like that. So, and it's a team game. So the first time we played, it was my mother and father-in-law who pretty much win every game because, like I said, it's an older game. It's people they're more familiar with, more so than the rest of us. My brother and sister-in-law, another brother and sister-in-law, me and my husband. So it was a lot of fun. And actually Casey and I did really well considering, but just because we can like talk it out and use personal references to get things instead of just knowing what movie the person was in or what song they sang or whatever. They have remade this game. It literally just came out this year. I have purchased it. I was like, we were mid Claim to Fame, and I got on Walmart.com and bought the new one because I was like, I'm gonna have a chance at winning if it's more up to date. Because I was looking on like the picture that comes with it, and it's got like Chris Hemsworth and Jennifer Lawrence, things like that. So I can't wait to play that when it comes in. We didn't win at all, but the last game, because we played like 3 times, the very last game, we came in second by like 2 or 3 squares. We were super close. And so that was a lot of fun. My kids got Magic the Gathering, the card game, for Christmas. This is something my husband and I have played off and on over the years. He was real big into it in high school. And when we met, or after we met a little while, he was talking about it with my dad, and I was like, hey, I've played that game too. I didn't have the experience that he had, but I knew how to play. And so then he and I got into where we were playing, and we even went to a couple tournaments playing it. Well, we hadn't touched it in years, but the kids are at the age now where they can understand and begin to play too. So we were teaching them to do that this weekend. That was a lot of fun. So it was just a lot of, my house did not get cleaned. I wasn't even home for 3/4 of it because we were playing these games at my in-laws' house. But it was a lot of fun. The kids really enjoyed their Christmas, and we really enjoyed ours. It was a nice few days, and it's got me really excited. I'm ready for the new year. I had a discussion with my husband today. And he's like, I don't understand why everyone thinks next year is going to be any different. COVID's not just going to go away. And I said, it's not about that. It's about that clean slate feeling that we can leave all the crap we dealt with this year in this year. We don't have to take it into next year with us. I mean, even with the whole helping my mom move and things like that, her trailer is supposed to be delivered tomorrow. And so we can have her moved in before the first of the year. And so even that is one less thing on my plate that I have been dealing with this year. And we can just set this year behind us and not remember it fondly, move on. So I'm looking forward to that. And we are off for New Year's Eve. We have not had New Year's Eve off in 5 6 years. Well, I guess it's only been 4 years for me because this is my 4th year working here. 5th year. This is my 5th year working here. Anyways, so it'll be nice to have that as a family day as well. So, now that I've mumbled a lot, let's move into stitching. Ouch. There's a pencil in that bag that stabbed me. Okay, so the first thing I worked on when I got back to work, was May Wordplay, and I almost finished it. The problem was I did forget my box of floss, so I didn't have this color right here. All the rest were on my floss card, but I had run out of that one, which is 762, and I didn't have my floss box with me. So all I have left is she has like a little white apron on and the white fence and they're not white, they're 762, but it's close. And then this one will be done. So I will knock that out first thing tonight, and we're going to have one more finish on our hands. Excuse me. One more finish for the finish parade. I did also, once I've realized I wasn't going to be able to finish that, I put it away. I pulled out Kitty with Duck and got it finished. It needs to be ironed, but it's finished. So that was finish number 9 on my list. What does this go to? I don't know. I'll figure it out in a minute. So yeah, I have 9 finishes with 3 left. Everything's been drawn at this point because, it's past Christmas. I have Legendary Creatures, Leaves of Change, and May Wordplay. May Wordplay I'll knock out tonight. That's what this is too, Leaves of Change, which I'll show you in a minute because I did get some work on it, but it still needs quite a bit. I think I'm going to focus on Legendary Creatures first, though, because it was one I really wanted to get done. And I only need 3 more scavenger hunts before the end of the year to make it to the final tier. So I'm probably going to pull that out and focus on it, too. Also, my new starts. I think I'm going to have a new start bonanza tonight and just put 100 stitches in each of the starts that I still had left to do. Let's see. I just have a big mess in here. So there's Legendary Creatures. I have like 3.5 characters left, I think. Let's pull that out and look at it. So I have to finish up S a little bit, and then I have X, Y, Z. So this would probably take the rest of the month, but I'm going to get it done. It's going to happen. I did, because I had a few minutes the other night, got one of my new starts that I was supposed to be getting started out, and I got the 100 stitches put in, and this is Lovely Home from Country Cottage Needleworks, and I got EMO, and then it says something about Lovely Home, so I got that started. So it is ready to go on to my whip list for next year. That's something I really need to get on top of, is get myself, figure out what I've finished, what I've started, what I'm taking into next year, what my rotation's gonna look like, just all kinds of things. I have a bunch of fabric in here for figuring out my new starts, because I still need one for that Christmas thing. Oh, here's Leaves of Change. So I didn't have my floss box, so I was just going with whatever flosses are on the floss card, which wasn't very many. So I got a little bit done on it. And a little more of this border over here. So it's still got quite a bit to go, but like I said, probably a back burner until I get Legendary Creatures done, because if it goes into next year, it's not going to hurt my feelings. It wasn't originally on my Finish That Stitch list. I added it when I wanted to get to 12, so that is where that is at. Okay, so what new starts do I have to do? Do I have a list somewhere of new starts? I don't remember. I know I'm going to start this one, which is Angel of the New Dawn from Mirabilia. That is one, but it wasn't on my original list. It's one I added because it's for my mom. There's the Buttercup one that I think I'm going to do on this fabric. So I still have that. I have that Christmas platter, which I'm hoping will fit on this fabric, but I don't know because I haven't looked to check yet. Where's my phone? Let's go into my Kitted Starts. That's not the right one. Is it? Oop. I don't know why it doesn't pull up the right Facebook page anymore. I hope y'all all had an amazing Christmas. We had, like I said, a pretty great Christmas. We really enjoyed it. Do have a family in my thoughts. On Christmas Eve night, we were driving back to we were driving back home from my in-laws' house, and my husband saw flashing lights, and we had noticed the fire trucks weren't in the fire truck house. So he said, I think that's over by my grandmother's house. So he went to go drive by and make sure everything was okay, and it wasn't his grandmother's house. It was somebody that lived nearby. But I still feel for them. You know, their house burned down on Christmas Eve. It's a single lady with 5 kids, one of which is friends with my daughter. I think they're distantly related. So I feel really bad for him and his family. Where is this album? I hate when it hides stuff from me. Like, why can't you just, like, search for whatever? Okay. I started Each Sleep Stitch Repeat. I started that. That wasn't on my start list. Go back. I'm starting to not even remember what was on my to be started list. That I started. This is the one called Lovely Home. It says love makes a house a home. So that's that one. Started that one. Wasn't on my list. I'm not sure. And there's nothing in my bag, so I guess just those 3 I'll get started tonight. Finish up May Wordplay, and then work on Legendary Creatures for the rest of the month. That's the plan. And I want to get as much, if I can get all the finishes done tonight, then I'll do my whip parade tomorrow. And it'll just have those couple whips that I'm not sure if I'm going to finish. Save the finish parade for a couple more days to hopefully have Legendary Creatures on that, list. And the planner thing will be somewhere in between. Okay? So that's the current plan. I'm really excited for next year. For those of you that are in the Daily 30 group, again, it's a closed group. You can't join. They might have openings this next year. They haven't said for sure yet or not. They just released their yearly, so if you're part of that group, go check that out. Crystal Academy has a new event that I haven't even looked at yet, but I know it's over the next few days. Their new semester is in February, so if you're interested in getting into a dorm, trying that out next year, you'll definitely want to join sometime in January and get yourself sorted. I think that's it. That's all I could think of. I'm sure Semi-Sane has a ton going on in January. I haven't even looked at my groups. Really figured out what I'm doing or what's going on in them all month. I've just been focused on everything else. But right before the end of the year, I'm going to clear my plate and look at all of it and get ready and see if I'm diving in as hard next year as I have the last couple years. I know that this year has really just messed with it, but I don't think I want that to deter me from next year. So we'll see. I'm feeling like things are going to go back to normal very soon. Normal. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. Thank you so much for coming to visit with me. If you're new here, welcome. I really appreciate every one of you, and hope we can continue to have a lovely year together next year. So I thank you all for watching, liking, and subscribing, all the ways that you show you love me. I will be back tomorrow. Happy stitching, and see you soon.